What's poppin', y'all? And welcome back to I Do It Myself. So, yo, it's Wednesday. We halfway through the week. How y'all feeling? Know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feeling. I myself has started some, full body workouts. When people be talking all of that, yo, get ready for the summer and all that. I'm just trying to chase some goals. And when I tell you full body workouts ain't no joke, but I'm falling more in love with the process than the idea of the result. So anything you got your eye on, excuse me, anything you got your eye on, fall in love with that process and keep working towards your goals. With that being said, we gonna talk about Lil Wayne today. So yo, um, Wayne, Wayne just dropped some video message, and it's related about him going to or not being at the Super Bowl. Let's watch that right quick so that we could talk about it.
Y'all know I'm not gonna be there this week, which means I guess there's a seat to fill. Shout out to New Orleans, but I've been working on something very special. I got something exciting coming for you. Thursday, the 6th. Till then, I'm just chilling.
So, yo, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 here, right? Like, let's keep it a band. Wayne, I don't know who's on his team, who advises him, who tells him what he should do versus what he shouldn't. But this video makes Wayne look like a hater. That's just 100. The video makes Wayne look like a hater. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you was gonna do something, bro, just do it. Don't state, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be there, so it's a seat to fill. It's like you just was, with Skip speaking about how you spoke to Kendrick, you congratulated him. It's no hard feelings. You don't understand why he said his name. The thing with Wayne is this: Wayne has always been able to play this game, or I don't know what's going on, or I live in my own world. I'm not tapped into this. I don't know nothing about that. You can't do that no more, bro. Nobody's not gonna buy that. And the reason why they not is because the news is too high level and it's too many people that's around him. Or let me not say too many people that's around him because I don't know who's around him. But news is so high level that even if you saying you don't know, whomever's around you knows what's going on. So you're informed on some sort of level. Now, again, if Wayne is going to do something, then just do it. But to say, yeah, I'm not going to be there, again, I'm going to keep it 100. It doesn't look good. And Wayne has been given, even myself, I got flack for it online. I gave him grace and said, oh, let's celebrate Wayne. Let's let him do his thing. But people is not going to see it like that anymore. At least I don't. You know what I'm saying? At least I don't. So, Desiree Perez, of Rock Nation, did an interview with NOLA.com, and they talked about, how the list is picked and, how it starts, how it ends, the process. And Desiree said, the list originates with Jay. She also said, he comes back with the ideas. It really starts with his thinking. It's easier for him. It's almost like a chef picking the specials for the evening. He comes up with the short list and we work our way through that. So, now we can dispel all the rumors about, well, he doesn't, the state picks it and this and that and the third. Honestly, none of that matters. None of that matters. We've known that Kendrick was going to be headlining the Super Bowl for months. It's been 1,000 conversations on every single person's platform regarding this. But again, she spoke about Wayne, and it says, Wayne's name did come up during the discussions. She said, I didn't choose the artist, but I do believe that there definitely was a consideration for Lil Wayne. She says, ultimately, the decision was made that Kendrick is the right person for the show at this moment, right? And then when she was let known about some of Wayne's comments, she said, "Aw, like that's crazy." She gave my nigga the "aw," right? But she also goes on to say, "I actually didn't know that he had said that. We love that everybody wants to be on the stage, and we've completely changed the conversation for fighting for it versus boycotting. We've come a long way." So now, Wayne has, Wayne has gotten his flowers on the maximum level you could possibly get them shits, right? Like he's gotten them at the highest level possible. You see Louisiana Fest. They're adding shows to they're not taking it on the road. I think they just doing spot dates, right? But Wayne was given, they starting a Hollywood Star type of thing in New Orleans. He's gonna have the first star. He has Lil Wayne Day. He has all of these different things. Now, a lot mad people when Wayne was talking about this was like, well, he ain't even a fan of the Saints anyway. You know what I mean? He a Green Bay fan. And a lot of people saying, well, he don't even be in New Orleans anyway, which that ain't I ain't got shit to say about that. I don't be in my hometown a lot either, so I can't really comment. That doesn't mean that I don't have a pulse on what's going on, you know what I mean? Or I don't know what's going on. I definitely know what's going on in the town, but I'm not gonna be one of those people that sit on an iron throne and say some shit like, well, ain't no way he could possibly say nothing about his city because he don't live there, don't be there. That shit don't work like that. Most famous actors, artists, entertainers don't live in the cities. And a lot of them do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them do, but that's not something that everybody necessarily does. Now, what I think Wayne, now I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know what he's going to do on Thursday. If it's a show, if it's an album or a single or, a special performance, we don't know. But I just think that like the way this video looks, the way it's communicated, the way it feels, it just feels a little tacky. And that's also, I'm saying that due to Wayne's profile. As big of an artist as Wayne has been, we talking about the person who sold, after 50 Cent was like the only person to sell 1 million records the first week. Physical copies, some of the biggest records of the decades, all of that. Legendary. Legendary. Wayne been in damn near every era. That's why I used to refer to him as the Kobe Bryant of rap. You know what I'm saying? Because he's played in multiple eras through all types of changes in the game. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I seen this shit and I was like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? And also like there has to be some sort of like, I wouldn't say protocol, but some sort of line of order within who speaks with him. Of course, it ain't 20, 30 years ago where I think Birdman is pulling up and, yo, little bro. I don't think nobody could little bro him, but it's not about little broing you. You know what I'm saying? It's more so about making the right decisions. Because with everything that's going on, of course, we seen Drake, you know what I mean? He's performing in Australia. He came out with the hoodie with the bullet holes in it, with the hoodie smoking. I thought that was really weird. I ain't gonna lie. I just like, come on, bro. Like, all right, if you gonna do your show, do your show. But the coming out the over my dead body with the like, you giving people the content. Like you giving niggas like the pen and the pad to just write jokes about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like seeing something like that, that was the furthest thing from my mind. Now some people might say, oh yeah, like that shit was hard, but between what Drake is going through publicly with the lawsuit, Kendrick having his success with the Grammys and Super Bowl coming up, and Not Like Us winning Record of the Year and Song of the Year and Best Performance and Best Rap Video and all of these accolades that's piling up and piling up and piling up. When one thing has nothing to do with the other, right? When you got what Wayne says he's gonna do, the only reason why anybody is gonna group it into the Kendrick, just into the narrative of Kendrick, is because he said, well, y'all know I ain't gonna be there. Like niggas was like, oh man, Wayne not gonna be there. What we gonna do? Like that's how it's gonna get treated. That's just how it's gonna get treated. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get treated like that. Because like, for one, Wayne is also opening up the door. Like, I don't know if the older rappers, because now Wayne is like, he's an OG. Like, you know what I mean? 40-something years old. I'm 40-something years old, so he's 40-something years old. But now you open up the door of like, if you making the right decisions as an elder statesman. Uzi, who said that if you 30 years old, over 25, you're an old head, is going to be 30 this year. So Wayne, the way they, just how young people paint their minds when it comes to this type of shit, it makes you be like, bro, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you doing? Like, who are you doing that for? Who asked you? Like, it's like all of these ways to be disrespected, you open up the door to. And again, do I think Wayne is checking his timeline and checking his phone for comments and none of that? Probably not, right? Like probably not. We could all agree that on some sort of level, he might be. Nah, I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that. This nigga don't know what's going on, bro. Like, he really be acting. This nigga said they asked him that he knew what quality control was. He said, "No, what is it? Is it TDE? Whatever it was when he did Drink Champs, and he couldn't remember. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't remember, and I feel like at this point that has gotten redundant. Like that is definitely gotten redundant, and that's been for a minute now put in this space of like, bro, we know that you know what the fuck is going on, because how could you not? Like, how do you not know that this is happening? But for him to have, and the only reason why I'm like I don't like the video is because for him to have said he congratulated Kendrick and he spoke to him and all that, to then turn around and say, well, y'all know I'm not gonna be there, so there's a seat to fill. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, come on, my nigga, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. And the examples is not being set. The examples ain't been set in a lot of different ways for years. It ain't just starting with Wayne. I'm talking about like elder rappers and the way they conduct themselves and the shit that's going on. Like right now, you see this whole thing also with like 50 Cent and Big Meech and the informant stuff and all. Yo, I'm here to tell y'all, I do not care. You want to know why I don't care? Because I'm a civilian. I ain't got nothing to do with no street business. I ain't committing no crimes. I ain't in the streets. You ain't got to check my G card and try to fake like, yeah, you should do it. Nah, I don't portray or try to act like I'm something I'm not. There's a point in time in my life where like that's all my life was. Street politics or what I thought about this and what I thought about that. And honestly, the shit is really exhausting. It becomes really exhausting having to keep up. Having to keep up with everything what these young people is doing or these disagreements or how you can disrespect. Listen, I got into entertainment. This is one of the reasons why, like, for all the aspiring people, all the people that aspire to be managers, A&Rs, executives, artists, etc. When you getting into music, if you are in the streets, you know what you think? Damn, it'd be good to do something that I don't gotta look over my shoulder. I ain't gotta worry about somebody I did something to coming back towards me years later. I don't have to be reminded of my past. That is embarrassing. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. As a black man, if you out here harming your people or was out here harming your people and doing all types of silly dumb shit, and you take pride in that, you should be embarrassed. Your children, if you have any children, they should be embarrassed. Your mom should be embarrassed because everybody should know better, and we should be teaching the youth. We should be teaching the younger ones how to know better about these things. But as you get older, you say, damn, well, if I do this, I'm not going to have to deal with none of that, right? But as I get older in music, it just seems like more and more of the bullshit from the streets is no longer just in the music. Because at one point in time, it was only in the music. Now it's coming into like everyday conversation where you have people who've never committed a crime, never been on a dance floor, for my ones that done been upstate to visit somebody, never had to swap out their shoes with they bro or they sis on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Never had to write something on Core Links or put something in the JPay. Now you got the strongest opinions coming from these type of people on how they would handle these type of situations. And that happens because everybody feels like the internet makes it an even playing field where, now don't get me wrong, everybody got their right to an opinion, but it's so many people that stand on these, well, I wouldn't do this. And how about you just don't talk about it? It could be that simple. How about you just don't put yourself in a position? Because let me tell you something. Whether you choose to realize it or not, when you start talking like a gangster and you start acting like a gangster and you online, you're going to get what gangsters get. And that could come from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get what it get. Because gangsters, they live a sad life. It's a sad life being a gangster. You get scars and no sympathy. So I just be feeling like for all of the stuff that's going on, listen, if a person said, yo, Wayno, you know what? Don't speak on, guess what? You ain't got to worry about me speaking on no street shit, because I'm not, man. That should be corny. Meanwhile, it's all these grown-ass men that just sit up and scream at their phone all day about who put in more work, who dropped more of this, who dropped more of that. Like, that's cool to y'all niggas? That's cool. If it's so cool, and just go to jail for it and just do it in there. Because it looks goofy out here. I'm going to keep it 100, man. It looks very goofy. Looks extremely goofy. And we got to just lead our youth better, man. We got to do better as men, specifically as men. You know what I mean? I'm not going to speak for the ladies. Not saying that I don't feel like there's things that I feel like the sisters should do out here, because there is, and they got things that we should do. But it's not about that right now. It's about the brothers. For the brothers out there, we got to do more for our youth, even if it takes more from us, even if it pains us, even if it is a little bit draining, because saving somebody younger than you is going to save 5 more people like that, and the cycle is going to continue. But if we keep doing this dumb shit, arguing over like all of these things that don't matter, trust and believe. Do you care about who told when you in the bank, unless you doing something to get told on? Do you care about who up in the score when you picking up your kids from school or when you on your lunch break? That don't really affect you. You know what I'm saying? So I can't control the internet and I can't control people, but let's, like Nas said, put it all in perspective. Stay in your lane. That's why you got a sidewalk and you got the street. If you're in the street, niggas, stay on the sidewalk. All right, that's how I do it myself. I will catch y'all on Friday. I'm going to a Jordan Brand event on Friday. I'm gonna be moving and shaking, trying to get them ones. So I'll let y'all know about that as well. For the ones that rock me, know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually will. Peace.